speaking of FPS, right? So my computer is overkill, and I'm part of the goddamn problem with the GPU pricing, and I feel like an idiot for being part of that problem, and I want to downgrade. But also, then you got games like Doom the Dark Ages that, like, actually just are not easy to run. It's very... I mean, I guess it's all relative. Like, what does easy to run mean to you? You don't have to run high settings on everything, or ultra settings, obviously, which is another way that benchmarks are just stupid, because, like, the average person does not... The visual difference between, at this point, medium to high versus, like, ultra, mega ultra, like, it's almost nothing ever. Unless you're pausing, zoom enhance from iCarly, like, whatever that evil guy did. Neville. I think it wasn't Neville. Was it Neville? Not Neville Longbottom. That's Harry Pothead. I'm talking about the guy from iCarly. What the hell was my hair doing right there? Time for a haircut, Jonathan. Jesus Christ. Furnace, what are you doing? It doesn't matter what the guy's name is from iCarly. Yeah, unless you're pixel peeping. Like, when you actually play the game, it doesn't matter. Just go medium settings. So then at that point, it's like everything is... All the benchmarks are dumb because you don't actually... They benchmark at ultra. Anyway, so I have a 4080 Super. That blurry black box is like my backup build that has a 5700X 3D. Main is a 7800X 3D. 7800X 3D is really nice. And then a 4070 Super in the back one. 4080 Super here. Like, 4070 Super is plenty for 99% of people. It's more than any console. Also, I'm enjoying so many games on the PS5 Pro, which is like a 4070 at best, or a 7600X, or whatever the hell it's equivalent. So both of my computers are better, but also I'm playing games on the PS5 and now the PS5 Pro and thoroughly enjoying them. And it doesn't matter that they're like weaker. Oh, God. So yeah, I'm just, I'm like frustrated that I contributed to the issue that is GPU pricing by buying an overpriced 4080 Super. And it's embarrassing really. Who wants a 4080 Super? The cool price of, what do they go for these days? It's a Pro Art. It's like one of the smallest ones. It fits in the ITX cases, most of them. So it's a hot commodity from that perspective. It's not a cheapo. Also, with current prices being so high, I'm pretty sure the 4080s and 80 Supers still go for like 1,000 or 1,200. I would probably list it on Facebook for 12 and see what I can get. And I would probably take an even grand for it. That's the thing. I could just pocket a grand, put the 4070 Super in here, and be happy. I could just have an extra $1,000, which can then help with the down payment of the house, where I'm bitching and moaning all the house stuff is so damn expensive. There we go. The only hard part about owning a house is the 20% down payment to avoid the, like, penalties. The effective penalties. Besides that, I'm already paying more per month than my mortgage would be for a very expensive house. So it's like I literally just need to get the goddamn super expensive down payment. Once I have that, I'm chilling. Haley and I will be chilling. Oh, maybe that's what I was going to talk about. My current computer, the main computer, it doesn't turn on if I power off fully until I do a power supply reset. Open it up. Click the little off button on the power supply, click the on button. You don't have to open up because small form factor cases, typically the power supply is all the way on the inside. Normal case, it's just like sticking out the back, and you can click the, you can turn the power supply on and off. I have to turn it on and off for the power button to actually work. Or I can just like put it to sleep and then reawaken it. But then also, reawakening Windows 11 from sleep is janky as on every computer I've ever used that has Windows 11. You know, multiple different installs across multiple computers. Weird. So then I basically wake it and then I click restart anyway. Silly, silly, silly. You know, you go on Reddit, as you do for tech problems in the gaming PC space, and 9 out of 10, maybe 99 out of 100 people suggest, yeah, probably something with your power supply being weird. Maybe there's some sort of like voltage that it's unable to clear, you know, and then it's like, it's triggering some sort of like power thing where it doesn't want to try to turn on. So I'm like, okay. I had an SF750. It's a model year 2019 is when those came out. I think mine was indeed manufactured in 2019. I honestly didn't even check that, but that's my assumption. So I'm like, that's not really that old, but it does happen, you know. Okay, I'll buy a new power supply. That's not the end of the world. So I buy a new SF850, because also, like, 750 it's fine for what I have, especially because I undervolt both my CPU and my GPU. So I'm really, like, right now, my CPU is using 48 watts, my GPU is using 199, 76, 67. Why is it going down? Still going down. Not even making sense. 72. So, like, yeah, I'm using like 200 watts of full power on this computer right now. Maybe 300 if, you know, there's multiple monitors, there's camera, there's things recording, whatever. So, like, I wasn't ever pushing the limit of 750, but maybe there's something weird going on. It's power surging, power spike, whatever. So I went with the 850. Plug it in, do everything. Still the same problem. Same problem, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't fix anything. But now I'm like, I'm not taking this bitch apart and restarting. And like an 850 is still gonna be better, and it's a newer one, and like just in general, like the OG SF750 was going to die at some point, so whatever. But I could sell it if I really need to, or I just leave it as a backup. Whatever. I have options. Now it's like, well, it could be the motherboard. It could be just the CMOS battery in the motherboard. It could be just the little power button itself, like that wire's mangled and fucked up, potentially. Also, I already unplugged that and replugged that back in, so I mean, it could be that wire. Could just need a new power button, which is like easy enough. There's like a lot of stuff that it could be. And now I'm like, do I just not care? And then I'm like, I could just throw this shit. I could part this PC out and just use that one right there. That one right there. That one. That black tiny box. It works. Yeah, who would have thunk? It works. And it's old as shit. It's AM4 instead of AM5. It's a 4070 Super instead of 4080 Super. It's on Windows 10 actually instead of Windows 11. Everything just works. I'm like, God damn it. And it's not like I actually need the newer shit anyway. It's like it would have been 2 years ago now. I just got a big ass bonus from my big boy job. And I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm treating myself to a good goddamn computer upgrade. And in hindsight, not worth it. It's not like I don't need any of this shit. So yeah, I'm very conflicted on all that, all these weird issues. But then you got games that are not optimized, and having a 4080 Super to brute force that shit is very, 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 very nice. I will say, Squidward. Anywho, any whore.